Hello lovely, and welcome back to the Makeup Hunter. If you haven't met me before, hello, my name is Laura. In today's video I'm just going to be doing a nice chilled get ready with me. I'm not going anywhere, but there are some videos that I really want to film. I'm really behind. I'll have a chat to you about that in this video. I'm going to be using Shop My Stash items and also some of my newer Made by Mitchell bits and pieces. One of the videos that I want to film after this is like a collective Made by Mitchell haul, and also some other bits that I got on Black Friday. So yeah, it's just going to be a nice and relaxing get ready with me. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more from me, then please do hit that subscribe button before you go. If you click the notification bell as well, you'll be notified of every time that I upload to this channel. I have been trying to upload twice a week, on a Monday and a Thursday, but unfortunately due to some lifestyle changes which I mentioned in a previous video, I haven't been able to upload for the last couple of weeks, so hence today I'm hoping to film a few videos. So yeah, let's get on with the video and let's get some makeup on my face. Okay, so I don't really have any set plans on what I'm going to film with today. I'm just going to be, like in my last video, pulling some random products, sort of use what I feel like using. I am sitting in a slightly awkward position with my lights on because it is only 4:30, but it is absolutely pitch black, and it also looks like we're going to have some snow, so that's fun. We had snow the other day. It froze all over first and then we had snow. But luckily we were home from the caravan by that point. A bit of a story time with regards to that, with coming home from the caravan, which I'll go into a little bit as well. So yeah, so let's start putting some makeup on, shall we? So the first product that I'm going to go in with, please excuse my hair, I've curled it. This is the first time of like properly styling it since I went to a new hairdresser's in Wales. I did manage to get to the hairdresser's. I suppose I better update you first. This is a little bit all over the shop because obviously I haven't filmed for almost 2 weeks, and I'm just trying to remind myself what I've actually told you and what I haven't. So first things first, I think the last time I filmed a get ready with me was when I was actually getting ready to go to the caravan for the last time this year, and to sort of shut it down for the season, like not for the season but for like the rest of the winter. The next time we'll be going back is sort of mid-February, and as a static caravan owner there's things that you have to do when you're not going to be at your van for sort of an extended period, just to like winterproof it and protect it. So we went to do that, and during that trip my mum and I had booked to go to a hairdresser's in Wales. We've been going to the same hairdressers for many years, and both of us just fancied a bit of a change. We go and have our hair done every 6 to 8 weeks. It was getting extremely expensive, just not affordable for us anymore. And as we are hoping to move to Wales eventually, we thought going and finding a hairdresser's there would be really nice, so we'd sort of have one established for when we start looking at buying something there. I have also decided that I wanted something a lot more low maintenance. I wanted to sort of go back to my natural colour, which is like a very dark blonde, light brown. And I mean, I love having my hair crazy colours and crazy styles, but having to go every six to 8 weeks for the maintenance, it was just getting too expensive. So the night before that we were due to go to this hairdresser's for the first time, I'd actually booked the day off. We arrived on the Saturday. I was working the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'd booked the Friday off. But unfortunately, my body decided that I was going to go through absolute hell for a few days. And I ended up in A&E in Wales on the night before I was due to go to the hairdressers. I have mentioned previously that I've had to have a break from my treatment for my endometriosis. Unfortunately, that was hindered by my GP surgery not doing their jobs properly. I should have only had a month break from it, but unfortunately ended up having a 3-month break from it. I am now back on it. I've just started back on it on Saturday, and I was basically going through hell with my endometriosis. I ended up in A&E in Wales because I was having pains like I'd never had before in a place that I'd never had them before. It was absolutely excruciating, and I was really worried. So we went to, I had to have 3 days off work, and I went to casualty. I sat in casualty for 10.5 hours. Only to be told that because I have endometriosis and I was having severe abdominal pain, I was the very, very last on the non-emergency list, and anybody that came in that was an emergency bumped me further back. I'd sat there for 10.5 hours and was told it was going to be at least another 4 hours before I even saw a doctor. So yeah, it was pretty miserable. They basically said it was my endometriosis and I would be better off just going home and taking my normal pain relief. So I got home at 6 o'clock in the morning, after 6 o'clock in the morning, and I got to get up to get ready for the hairdressers at 10 o'clock. It was very touch and go whether we were going to go, but because of it being a new hairdressers, I felt really bad sort of cancelling last minute. So we decided to keep the appointment and I went to the hairdressers, and I'm really, really pleased. Mum's super happy with her hair as well. So yeah, it was a nice little treat, but I had actually planned on doing lots of filming that day, as I'd got a day booked off from work like I have today. I thought that'll be a good day for me to get ahead of myself, sort of catch myself up with my filming that I want to do. But obviously it didn't happen. I went home and I went to bed. I had an almighty flare up again on that night. Had an awful weekend. Was very touch and go whether I'd be able to get into work on the Monday morning, but I did manage to. I managed to work all of last week. I just had a couple of occasions where I had to sort of text my manager and say, struggling a little bit, I need a little bit of like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because I was vomiting. And obviously when I'm on a call, it's no good for me to be vomiting on the phone to a client. So yeah, that was fun. And then on Friday morning, we weren't supposed to be coming back to Wolverhampton until Sunday. which is why I'd booked today off, because I'd booked it off to have like a day to get over the travelling and to do some filming for YouTube. But when I woke up on the Friday morning to have my shower, our pipes had frozen at the caravan. We had absolutely no water whatsoever, cold, hot, nothing. The caravan was absolutely freezing. My dad managed to get the central heating on, but I couldn't have like there was literally enough water left over in the kettle so that me and my mum were able to have a hot drink, and then that was it. So it was touch and go whether, you know, we were going to need to get somebody out. But luckily it was a really sunny day. Even though it was cold on Friday, it was a really sunny day. And the pipes thawed after about, it took about 3-4 hours for the pipes to thaw. But with that experience, it kind of sort of made us feel a bit like, I think we should just go home. Because the weather forecast had been, basically it was just going to get colder and we were going to have snow. We're in South Wales with our caravan, and North Wales had already got snow. So we were like, we don't want to be stranded here with like frozen pipes and you know, treacherous roads, because we're sort of in the middle of nowhere. Let's just go home. So I finished work on Friday night, had my shower, my long awaited shower, and we came home. We didn't get home until 2 o'clock in the morning because of leaving. It was like on 8 o'clock when we left, because obviously Mum and Dad couldn't do any cleaning or do anything like that while I was working because of the noise. So yeah, we left at 8, closed all the caravan up and did all that we needed to do and travelled home. And then Saturday, in the early hours of like Saturday morning, like after I'd been in bed a few hours, I had another flare. I had a flare yesterday and I've had a flare up today. So it was very touch and go whether I was actually going to film today, but I feel so behind, and I really do feel awful that I'm like neglecting my YouTube channel. I've mentioned previously that it's really important to me that, you know, this is my hobby, this is something that I really enjoy, and I do not want to sort of abandon it. So I've sort of made myself come on camera today, and I was hoping that putting a bit of makeup on would make me feel a bit better. I've had some morphine. Obviously I'm back on my treatment, but it's going to take a little while for that to get into my system and to start to take effect. But yeah, so working has been really difficult, as I've mentioned in my previous video where I shared that I had gone back to work full time. I am finding it really difficult. I got very upset on a call with my manager because I felt like I was going to lose my job, because I feel like I'm not performing as good as I should be. But I'm hoping that now I'm back on my medication, like my treatment, they've also trialing me on a new course of pain management. I'm really hoping that, you know, I'll go back to how I was before, where I was still flaring and I was still having symptoms, but it was a lot more manageable than it has been, because I really don't want it to affect my job. So all of that basically to say, I'm so sorry that I haven't been sort of giving YouTube the love that it needs. I know everybody who follows me is so supportive and understanding, but just that I'm, you know, I still want to do this. I still thoroughly enjoy it, but it's just obviously filming with a chronic illness plus a full-time job is really hard, and I'm struggling to just sort of do the essentials at the moment. So but I have a few videos that I really want to film, and a couple of those are the hauls that I want to film after this. But I haven't gone through any of the products that I've been using, so I'll just run through them. So the first thing I put on was a bit of my Be Perfect Bronze Boost Face Bronzing Drops. This was to just give me a little bit of colour as I was feeling very pale. Then I went in with one of my favourite combos. This is Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow and Light Wonder, so the primer and the light coverage foundation. For concealer, I used a mixture of my Flower Beauty Light Illusion concealer in the shade, God, what is this, L1-2 Fair, and my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion concealer in the shade 1N. For my cream bronzer, I used my Made by Mitchell Curve case, and I used this shade here, Caramel Chisel, which is like the second to darkest one. I really like the tone of that. It's a nice, like, warm neutral tone, and these are so creamy and blendable that it doesn't matter if it's, I mean, it's a medium curve case that I'm using, and I'm very, very fair, but I can still make that work. And then for liquid blusher today, I want to use one of my newer ones from Made by Mitchell. This is the shade Burnt Buns, and this was from a shade extension that he did not too long ago, which I think he's discontinued a lot of these like shade extension ones, but I haven't used this one yet. It's a beautiful bright coral, and I think it will look really nice with that tone of bronzer. Put some across my nose. There we go. Love that. Right, I'm going to go off and set my face and do my brows, and then I'll come back to carry on. Okay, just before I finish my eyebrows, I've set my face using the No. 7 Airbrush Away translucent pressed powder, and I'm just going to do my powder bronzer. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer, and this is in the shade No. 1. I'm going to use this nice super large fluffy brush. So I hope everybody's doing good. I've seen so many people have actually got their Christmas trees up already, and I love Christmas. I absolutely love Christmas, but it just feels too early to put the tree up at the moment. I think it's just because I know that I'd get fed up with it if I put it up now. You know, it creates such a lot of dust and that. So yeah, I think people's trees look amazing. I think it's, you know, if that's what you want, then absolutely go for it, but it just feels a little bit too early at the moment for me. We haven't even got a tree. We threw our one away last year because we'd had it for a little while, so we've got to buy one, and it's not coming until the 12th of December, and my dad's birthday is on the 16th, so we usually put it up just before my dad's birthday, so that's sort of ideal. It's coming at just the right time. So now I'm just going to do my eyebrows. I'm just going to use my I Heart Revolution Honey Brow Jam, and I'm just going to wax them up and down. Okay, so I've just done my eyebrows, and I've just primed my eyes with a little bit of my Revlon Colour Stay Cream Eyeshadow in the shade Chocolate. I really don't know what I want to do on my eyes. I haven't used my Patrick Tar Major Dimension 1 palette yet. It's just a lovely neutrals palette, and I am feeling something fairly simple, so I may use that. Otherwise, I've also got my Kathleen Lights So Jaded palette. I actually think I want to use the Kathleen Lights palette. Fancy doing something a little more colourful but simple at the same time. I kind of want to use the orangey tones. Yeah, I'm going to use that. Yeah, why not? I'm not going anywhere. So I'm going to go in first of all with this one, which is the shade You're a Gem. I'm not doing anything sort of intricate or anything. I'm just going to do something quite simple because I really want to use one of my Pastel Roses new shades, which are these ones. I want to use one of these, I think. So let me just build up some shadows, and I'll speed through this bit. Okay, I've just done something super quick and simple on the eyes. I have put a shimmer down on my lid, but I want to top it with one of my new ones. And the shade that I think I'm going to use for this, I want something slightly contrasting with the orangey warm tones. So it's a little bit random, but I think I'm going to go for this pinky shade here, this like pinky blue, which is the shade Halloween. And I'm just going to put that kind of, I'm not using any glitter glue or anything, I'm just going to like press that over. Just for some like really contrasting sparkles on a very warm toned eye. And I'm not being very particular where the sparkles go, like I kind of want them to go a bit messy and all over the eye. And I absolutely know that the camera is not going to pick up how pretty that looks. I am just going to put something on my brow bone and inner corner from the Kathleen Lights palette. I'm going to use the shade Pearl. and I'm just going to literally put that on my brow bone and inner corner. There we go. That's just something super quick but effective, I think. That's just my personal opinion. And then for a liner, I think I'm gonna play up the cool bluey tones, and I'm actually going to use this NYX blue liner in the shade Sunrise Blue, and I'm going to put that along my lash line and in my waterline. I just want something kind of different, something unexpected. And I've just winged that out slightly. That is a beautiful pencil. Really is a bright, metallic, vibrant blue. It's beautiful. And then I'm just going to put it in my waterline as well. There we go. And now I'm just going to hop off camera and curl my lashes, put some mascara on, and we'll be back to finish the face. Okay, and that's my eyes done. I'm just going to move the camera slightly so you can have a slightly better view. I really love the colour of that Burnt Buns blush. Right, and now I am going to just put some highlight and blush on. I've decided I want to use kind of a random highlight. This is one of the Made by Mitchell blushes in the similar sort of formula to Drip Drip. So it's one that I actually bought to use on my eyes. This is the shade Ice Ice Baby. But I kind of want to use it on my face as a liquid highlight. I know it is going to be glittery, which is not my preference usually, but with what's going on the eyes and the fact that we are getting into sparkly season, I just kind of fancy trying it. It is basically just pure glitter suspended in liquid. That is actually my eyeshadow. But I don't think it's going to pick it up very well. Can you see that? But I just thought it would be something a bit fun. So I don't think I'm going to use it. Should I put a bit on my nose? Just a teensy bit. That is very, very glittery for the nose, but we're here now. It's just fun, just a bit of fun. So that was one of the ones I hadn't actually tried yet, so that's fun. And now I'm going to use one of the powder blushes from the Blush book, and I'm going to use volume 1, and I think I'm going to go for terracotta 2s to go with the sort of terracotta colour on my eyes and that burnt buns shade. So let's just put, and I'm just going to sort of blend it over that liquid highlight. There we go. I really love these blush books. And then for my lips, I'm going to use, I've got some new lip liners from Made by Mitchell. I have actually used one of them already, but I'm going to use one that I haven't used yet for this video. And I'm going to go for, they're all like brownie nudes. This was a set that I got during the 11/11 sale. I've used honeysuckle quite a bit, so I think we're going to go for In the Cooler. And I also have super dry lips today, so I think I'm just going to go with like a lip oil. But this looks like a really nice, like mustardy brown. Yeah, that's lovely. It's like a cool toned mustardy brown. And these are super creamy, but once they sort of set, they don't budge. I've been really impressed. I am a lip liner fiend. I can't do my lips without one, and I've really been enjoying that formula. For my lip gloss, I think I'm going to go for one of my Pat McGraths. This is the shade Bronze Divinity, and I love her really, like her more sparkly lip glosses. I had promised myself that I was gonna treat myself to some more Pat McGrath during the Black Friday sales, but I decided not to. I bought a lot of more affordable stuff during the Black Friday sales and like TikTok shop stuff rather than like luxury beauty, because the Pat McGrath stuff that I have got, I don't really use it, whereas the Made by Mitchell stuff and the more affordable stuff that I have, I use constantly. So that is my makeup. I'm just going to brush my curls out. And I am so happy with the colour that my hair has come out. What I've had done is just a very simple, like light brown, put through in foil sections, so that the colour that I'd already got is still sort of there, because I said I still wanted to have a bit of my blonde, and then the dark that I'd already got underneath, as it's growing out, will blend in a little better. So I haven't got like ugly roots anymore, and it'll, as my hair grows through, as the colour grows through, it'll look a lot more like natural and blended. And cut wise, he just took off my dead ends and gave me, like, my bangs were crooked where I'd been growing out like an asymmetrical fringe, and he put those level. So I'm so happy with it, and it feels, condition of it feels lovely, having just like a brown tint all over. I'm going to get some of them glaze colour conditioners to just sort of top up the brown and to make it look nice and shiny. But yeah, I'm really happy with it, and it feels a lot more natural and low maintenance. So that is my makeup look done. Just move the camera so I'm right in front of the studio lights. I'm really pleased with how that's come out. So that's my video today. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you, and thank you for your patience and for sticking with me while I go through this slight transitional period with my life and my health. I really do think you're all absolutely amazing. But yeah, that's the end of my get ready with me. Thank you for watching and for sticking around, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye lovely.